Hey there, Darkstar here. Back with more career mission flights. This time we're taking the Titan out for a spin. If I can find them. I did buy some, right? So we have medical, charter, and cargo. Let's start with cargo. Oh, first we need to locate all the planes. So go into cargo, find your plane, manage aircraft, and it's up here, MGZA. Okay, let's look at charter. Should probably take the 350 out for a spin too. Okay, we are at CYSU. And last and probably least is medical. I like the livery. Tapa, T-A-P-A. Alright, there's our 3 locations. So we're gonna try cargo. It's not found. 404 not found. Okay. Mike, Golf, Zulu. Hey. I'm having this problem where it's like really sluggish. Like it's frozen now. Let's not do a night flight right now. I'm guessing it's medium. There we go. That one could be fun. I don't want to fly a strange plane into LFR, but I really like the idea of going into the island there. Let's see what this one looks like. We can figure out IFR on the way, right? I know for a fact I've flown this plane before because I've flown every plane, so I don't have that excuse, but I don't remember flying it much. Okay, that's a pretty ample runway there. It doesn't have ILS or anything, but do we have any charts or anything? No, I can't remember the runway. 6. RNP 6, VOR 6. shot. We're going to do our trick. If it indeed can be called. Oh, this is terrible. Let's file for 3,000. I need to redo my controller mappings for my other controls. Now that I know a little bit better what I'm doing. It sits up pretty high. Okay, I got both of those. Why is our thing not coming up here? That's not good. Got no mission steps right now.
Good morning. So today we're flying to San Andres with general freight. Everything's secure at the back, nothing's moving. It's going to be smooth and easy.
Alright, just making sure everything's working here. Okay. Let's run through our checklist. So, chocks. Everything's secure on the outside. Didn't do the detailed walk around, but I like to make sure that they didn't sneak anything in here. Alright, our fuel selectors. Make sure we get those. Right and left. Gear selector is not down. Now it is. In my cockpit, my physical cockpit. Power levers to idle. That's a good idea. Prop RPM to max. They are. Mixture is rich. Push mixture lever completely. Wiggle them there a little bit. Okay, battery, I assume is down here somewhere. Oxygen prop sink. Battery, there we go. Alternator on. Landing lights, check. And pins. That's that, I guess. I don't see the blue thing. And we'll have to call that one good. Turn the lights on as required, okay. So we'll go with those. Okay, check the area is clear. Clear. Clear prop. Okay, magnetos on. That's those right there.
The sensitive cargo containers have high tolerance with turbulence, but make sure you keep the delivery smooth and on time.
And avionics master switch. I'm gonna get that on. There's our pitot heat. Anti-ice, taxi light. There we go. That was the test we should have done a minute ago. Avionics are powering up. So we want about 1500 RPM. We'll do the run up away from here. Get this on standby. Have an autopilot? Nav is on GPS. Lag or OBS, lamps, okay, clock, heading bug. We do appear to have a flight plan in here. Get that sorted out. Lights back here looks like. Trims. Flaps. Someone want to get takeoff trim. It's good by default.
Red Holyoke traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45 is taxiing to runway 04. Red Holyoke traffic.
Handle this long taxi. I'll joke about it and then it'll be a 3-mile taxi down to the end of the runway.
Red Holyoke traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45 taking off runway 04. East departure, Red Holyoke traffic.
Clear today. I don't know that we'll need weather radar. I wonder how many of these planes I could actually fly in real life. I feel like a pretty good number of them, except for the big airliners. Landing is harder though. Pretty sure I could land a small plane in calm weather, but because I've done it. Okay, so we want to get up to 1500 RPM here. And we want to see 50 RPM drop. Left mag. Good. Oh, let's see. Fuel on board. Full. Probably too much fuel. Trims are set, flaps are set for takeoff. Check, check. Almost check on the lights. We gotta get taxi off, landing on, and I don't know if there's a strobe. I'm gonna call that good. Fuel pumps on. Flight controls, free and clear. Not with the mouse button down. I can't see over there. Can't see in the back. Okay, we want to get our little windows closed here. Oh, that's so much quieter. Don't need anti-ice. Parking brakes already off. Landing gear up. Flaps up. Climb at 115 to 140. We'll climb initially at 115. We're going to come out. We're going to turn right. Climb at 115. Climb power set. What is climb power, I wonder? We may just have to guess a little bit. We're up. We'll follow the yellow brick road here, more or less. Contact the agent.
Central America Center, Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45 is type Cessna Titan, 1 miles northeast of Retolholio, 1100. Request flight following.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, Central America Center, Squawk 5527.
Okay, 5527.
Squawk 5527, Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, radar contact 2 miles east of Retolholio, 1600, QNH 1013.
Roger, Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Central America Center, Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, 3 miles east of Retolholio, 2400. Request IFR to Pinilla, ready to copy.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45 is cleared to Pinilla Airport as filed. Squawk 5527.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, cleared to Pinilla Airport as filed. Squawk 5527.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, read back correct. Radar contact 3200. QNH 1013, turn left heading 100. Proceed on course. Maintain present altitude.
Turn left heading 100. Proceed on course. Descend and maintain 3000. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, climb and maintain 4000.
Climb and maintain 4000. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, climb and maintain 6600.
Dang it.
Climb and maintain 6600. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
So I'd like to climb now. We're at a safe altitude, so I'm going to climb at more like this speed here. I don't want to go 115 anymore. 140 is good. it all just... Oh,
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Please expedite your climb 6600.
I'm 1,000 feet low. I'm a goofball. Sure why these are not lining up. That's probably why. Kind of interesting that altitude mode gets turned off. And heading mode doesn't seem to actually follow the heading bug. Up. We did get the flaps up. There, yep. We've climbed out. Currently in cruise. Now we do need to lean thing. I have auto mixture on. Sorry. But otherwise we should have already been leaning it out as we climb. Assume now that we want these off. Probably would turn these off once you're like 1,000 feet or something. Landing light should be able to come off. Our throttle should come back a little bit. Maybe we want it at the top of the green there. This even has cruise over here. Should we lower it all the way down to there? we got the longitude 700, the CJ4, and that's it for Cessna manuals. It's too bad. So that's the Oracle, Cessna 404 Titan, cruise power. Manifold pressure around 31, so we're actually a little low there. Let's go with that. That puts us well into climb fuel flow according to this. Pretty good following the path there. Let's expedite our flight a little bit. That's 8x sim rate. So it's handling that pretty well. Let's try 16. A little bouncy. Very bouncy. Some turbulence over the mountains there. Let's see, let's check in on the chat now that we're cruise. Okay, let's see how you are. Could hide this noise. Oh, I can do poles. Okay, we didn't pick up that change there, so we lost nav. This doesn't seem to be working right. Should be magenta here, I do believe. This mode is not working right. Ailerons run, we'll want to get that on. Altimeter check, landing gear, prop RPM. Final approach, airspeed 91. That's good to know. Heading mode worked. See if nav mode works. I don't think it's gonna though. Not sure we want it to, given that we're about to fly right through that mountain. Yeah, look, it doesn't have our flight plan in here. Here, let's change our settings. Let's increase this a bit. Nope, not that one. This one. Trying to look a little better, a little less blurry. Further out. Start a notes file here. C404 Titan. Falling flight plan, sinking flight plan. Not the whole flight plan again. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's only got to 2 core. Which is fine, we can deal with it. Go all the way to MGA. wish you didn't have to click this off. You should just be able to hit enter. Shoot, I don't know, Nicaragua, I hope. Why did it put MS in there? Down. Waypoint entry into 530 is broken. Auto inserts waypoints. Okay, BOGOX. Panama. Alright, let's just go procedure, approach. Uh-oh. SKSP, I guess we need to put that one in. Now procedure. Nope. RNAV 6. Okay, Lviv is down there, so Utnut is up there, so we want Utnut, I think. I'm gonna load that. And now we want to delete that Bogox that we entered. Delete this one. Pretty down here on this island. That matches now. So 4,000 at Utnut, 3,000 at Bogox. 70. It's pretty solid. We'll see a little more on landing.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Did you copy?
124 decimal tree for Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
I do wish heading mode would work. Doesn't seem to work at all. What happened to our flight plan? Thing is just weird. Turning that way. Wrong MGA maybe? do MNMG. Enter. Clear. Direct to activate. There we go. But this is not the right procedure. What happened to our... This thing is so messed up. Come on. Nut. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Fly with prop sync on, or you just turn it on briefly? Whoa. It's like a volcano that blew its top. The lake inside. Should bring some with pontoons out here. See any way to dial in an altitude? I guess you could just hold whatever altitude you're at. I don't think it's built into this. Whoa. Turbulence. So the 530 in this is definitely a little wonky. It was not very smooth at all. think heading mode is broken because it should follow the bug. Not a very fast plane. Might test a skip on the next mission. Which will probably be charter. Canada. Can you say Canada? I knew you could. So what's up out there? Feel free to chat if you're interested. Definitely prefer the Medevac livery though. This one's kind of blah. Have passenger lights or anything, like seatbelt lights or cargo. This is supposed to be cargo. There's no cargo back here. Where's my cargo, man? Down to about half our gas now. I think we are past halfway though, so we should be fine. Central America Center. How's it going out there? doing some test flights in the 404 Titan that we just got in career mode. So far, I found a bunch of issues, mostly minor. Has an ADF radio. Probably here. Why wouldn't I go to 4? You can't get to 1114. Oh my goodness. Going up by 2s. Guess we can't use that. Okay, we're finally getting close here. Let's check in on our various settings, properties, and everything. Our wear and tear level is currently at 94.6%. Mission score. We are IFR according to the flag. Our drift error is a little high. Let's see if we can correct that. I don't remember how to correct it, but I have a mapping somewhere. Control Shift Alt, right? Thought that's what I was doing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, now we got it tuned in here. So compass almost due east. We almost due east. Alright, let's get back in contact with
Panama Center, Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, 6600.
Panama.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45, Panama Center, QNH 1012. Radar contact. Continue to box. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Climb and maintain 7,000, expect RNAV runway 06 approach via Utna transition. Clear to Utna.
Oh, now they changed it. I was about to go direct to...
Climb and maintain 7,000, expect RNAV runway 06 approach via Utna transition. Clear to Utna. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Okay, so they wanted us to climb. Could probably cancel IFR here. Let's see if we can squeeze out 7,000. Don't think we have any BNAV here, so we're on our own. Probably just fly manual, even though we're going to be going Did say it was like LIFR or something, right? On the mission plan. But no.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Contact Pinea Tower on 118.
Tower on 118.35. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Pinea Tower, Summit Delta Sierra
Summit
Delta
Delta
45.
Sierra Delta
21 miles west.
45.
Inbound RNAV runway
QNH
06 approach.
1012. Cleared RNAV runway 06 approach.
Cleared RNAV runway 06 approach. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Let's try and stay mostly VFR, so we're gonna look for a hole in the clouds here and go down through that instead of just punching through. Minimum fuel it wants to hang with. See the islands over there. About 2,000, we'll try and hold that. Very flyable. It's a good thing if your autopilot's going to be crap, you want the plane to be able to fly. A little bit sensitive on the trim, electric trim. 1650 here, so we can descend a little.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Wind 075 at 10. Clear to land runway 06.
Clear to land runway 06. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45.
Hush. Okay, I think our final approach speed was like 95, so let's hold it here about 100, 105 for a bit. Prop RPM. We got 3 greens on the gear. Just adjust the power to get a nice descent rate. I think we're a little low, so we'll put a little extra power here. Trimmed for about the right speed, so I can't see the PAPI lines or anything. We have reverser on this, we'll find out, I guess. Windsock looks good. Don't think we need a reverser. We don't have a reverser.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Turn next taxiway.
We gotta go all the way up there. Let's clean up the flaps so we don't take off accidentally. Centerline-ish.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Exit runway when able. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Contact ground on 118.1.
Pania ground. Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Taxi to parking.
Summit Delta Sierra Delta 45. Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
It's got cool here. It's got an actual hangar, but I bet you cannot go in it. We'll see. We'll try it in a minute here.
Glad we've arrived.
We got a whole ground crew, wow. Okay, so we're gonna want to get our lights off. We're gonna fail because we didn't get that. Let's go ahead and kill the mixture. Avionics can come off. Lights. Whatever else, I don't know, we ran out of time. Hey, we didn't need our lights on, I guess because it was daytime. That was not my fault, you suck. Right now I only have the 737 on passive because I need to get the passive data for it. So I want to capture that here, if it'll come up. Come on. It's not going to come up, is it? Nope. Okay. Next up, Charter out of Canada. Made a little song about it. .404 not found. Charter. I don't know which one it is. VIP? I hope. CYSU. It's frozen. Good God. It just does ridiculous things. Okay, we've only got one. We're gonna try skipping on this one and see how the 404 skips. So it's okay that it's 4.5 hours. We're not gonna fly that long. Whoa. This could be interesting. let's just double check our arrival. 31. It should be okay. Unless you want a long climb out. Can do that. Hope it's not going to be dark. I think it's going to be dark. Oh, this is not the same plane as the other one. You now have to have the fuel to skip. So we can't just empty the tank. So good to remember that. Oh, I forgot to see what our touchdown rate was. Bummer. I'm fine with flying at night as long as there's some lights at the destination airport. I'm gonna try skipping. Partly because I want to see if it works.
Just wanted to drop by and say hello before you leave for Natawa today with Mr. Hope on board. He's one of our best clients leaving for vacation with relatives. Well, it's about time. Provide him with the finest service. I know I can count on you.
Okay,
have a nice trip.
Flashlight. Seeing lights come up when that one's working. Radio. That one's working, and that one's working. That is a miracle. All the lights actually work. Here, these are on. I don't know what that one is, but we're gonna get them on. Max, okay. It's a nice glow. It would be a bit of a flight if we were doing that, wouldn't it? It's not lit properly. Oh, that's a bummer.
Charlie Yankee Sierra uniform traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 is taxiing to runway 23. Charlie Yankee Sierra uniform traffic.
Passengers.
Dear passengers, welcome on board flight DSC 97 with service from Ottawa to Natawa. We'll be shortly in line for takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seat, and make sure your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. Thank you for choosing Radiant Airways. Enjoy your flight.
That's one version of it. Here's the other. Please fasten your seatbelt by sliding the metal end into the buckle and pulling tight. To release, lift the flap. You already know how to do this, surely. This aircraft has exits in the front, rear, and fourth dimension, so take a look around now and familiarize yourself with their locations. If oxygen is needed, masks will drop from the ceiling. Grab one, pull hard, and place it over your nose and mouth quickly, because we may not have one for everyone. In the unlikely event of a water landing, your seat cushion doubles as a flotation device. Your neighbor does not. Federal law prohibits smoking or tampering with the detectors in the laboratory. If you need to smoke, please step out onto the wing. Use caution when opening the overhead bins, as bags and small children may have shifted during flight. If there's anything else we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please let us know just as soon as we land. We thank you for flying with us. Here at Summit Air, we know you have choices in air travel, but we also know you can't afford them. That's it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, because we're all counting on you to fly the plane in the event of food poisoning.
We need to reduce our taxi speed down to adapted standards, Captain.
No, we don't. You smell bad. I like how the front light actually turns when you turn the wheel. Ooh. Okay, 1 notch flaps. Get a little extra trim. They seem to be warning you about taxi speed now before you get dinged by the system, so that's kind of cool.
Charlie Yankee Sierra uniform traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907, taking off runway 23. Departure to the west, Charlie Yankee Sierra uniform traffic. Dear passengers, this is First Officer Chong speaking. Estimated flight time to Ottawa is 4 hours 16 minutes. We remind you to keep your seat belt fastened. Thank you for your attention, and let's have a great flight. Mountain Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 is type Cessna Titan, 3 miles southwest of Charlie Yankee Sierra Uniform, 1100. Request flight following.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 Mountain Center, Squawk 2301.
Squawk 2301, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907.
Summit Delta.
Roger, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907.
Climb to 4,000.
Summit
Forget
Delta
to-
Sierra Charlie 907 contact Mountain Center on 127.125. Good day.
Uh-oh.
127.125, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907.
Know what's going to happen with our IFR
Mountain Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907, 2000.
Maybe it'll come back.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907, Mountain Center, altimeter 2994. Radar contact continue.
There we go.
Mountain Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907, 5 miles south of Charlie Charlie Alpha Niner, 2300. Request IFR to Charlie November Yankee Tree. Ready to copy.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 is clear to Charlie November Yankee Tree Airport is filed. Squawk 2301.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 cleared to
Summit
Charlie
Delta
November
Sierra
Yankee Tree
Charlie
Airport as
907.
filed.
Read back
Squawk
correct.
2301.
Radar contact 2900. Altimeter 2994. Turn left heading 275. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 4000.
Turn left heading 275. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 4000. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907.
Okay, 3,800, 3,900.
Dear passengers, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Radiant Airways on flight DSC-97. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 3,900 feet and airspeed of 200 knots. It's 9:09 p.m. and are expecting to land in Ottawa approximately at 12:40 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
All right, here we go. Let's get to descent. Oh, there we go, right on fire.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907.
Slow.
You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
We'll do that.
Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907. Cancel IFR at this time.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Charlie November Yankee Tree traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907. 8 miles southeast, 2800. Inbound to land. Runway 1 tree. Charlie November Yankee Tree traffic. We'll soon begin our descent to Collingwood. We expect to land in a few minutes. If you want to adjust your watch, it is 12:42 a.m. in Ottawa now. On behalf of our captain and myself, thank you for choosing Radiant Airways today. We wish you a pleasant stay in Ottawa, and we hope you will travel with us again very soon. Charlie November Yankee Tree traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 is on final. Runway 13 to land. Charlie November, Yankee tree traffic.
Check out the gear deployment. Cool. Now, where is that runway? I have no earthly idea. Got it? Hope that's it. It says land on runway 13. And that's runway 31. So that is not the runway that we want to land on. So we're going to fly a right-hand traffic pattern around it. Come in on the other side. Where I wish I had my track IR on. I don't actually know the turning radius of this plane very well, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit more room. Can we do anything with this? CYSU. Come on. Come on. Nothing? Oh, you suck, man. really stable. Was going to be behind me, so I did back braking. Okay, get the flaps cleaned up. Come on.
Charlie November Yankee Tree traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 907 is taxiing to parking. Charlie November Yankee Tree traffic.
That was a smooth ride. Thanks for the safe travel, Captain. I will recommend your company.
Good on everything but passenger satisfaction. I can't get no passenger satisfaction, but I try. What? Oh right, this is charter, not cargo. Wow. Okay, one more. Medical and out of TAPA. TAPA. That's weird. I don't do these, but I'm curious what them. Oh, it's a scientific research one up here. Huh. I don't think I've logged that one yet. Okay, let's get our filters on. Medical, medical, medical. Why is it in? Oh, because whenever it puts the special missions on, it automatically switches you to employee. Where's that one? Oh, cool. I think I'm gonna do that one just because it's Arecibo. Okay, departure runway 10 is huge. Arrival runway 26 is barely big enough. It's probably more than big enough, really. But I don't know why it wants to do that instead of 8. So if we let it pick 26, it's probably going to switch us to 8 when we get there. So let's see if we can switch it here. Be fine. I wish we had an arrival procedure or something that we could do, especially in case we skip. Does it have an ILS on runway 10 but doesn't have any procedures? No departure procedure. Okay. Give it a bath. I've never flown these before, but I had them on for crewed passive income.
Just making sure you checked everything before departure. Our patient today is Diane, 24 years old. Requires specialized management in a specialized unit near no_result. Respiratory distress which needs to be treated ASAP. We are accompanied by Jan, Diane's friend.
Our patient Diane is in shock, so keep things as smooth as possible to minimize the impact on her.
Piarco ground, Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 with Victor, ready to taxi, IFR.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816, taxi 2, and hold short of runway 10, via taxiway Delta. Contact tower on 123.7 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 10 via taxiway Delta. Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816. Piarco Tower, Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 ready for IFR departure, runway 10.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816, QNH 1011. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Doctor, equipment ready.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10. Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816.
They're already expecting us, so we'd better be quick.
This is a huge runway. We don't have to go all the way to the end. I don't know what I'm thinking. One notch flaps in here. See if we can stay on the center line this time. I suck at staying on the center line. Stay on the center line and watch like other instruments, and you know, watch where you're going. Here we go to the right again. No V1 rotate. What happened to my co-pilot? Gear up. Whoa! Need to bump that nose down. I don't know what happened.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816, contact Piarco Center on 123.7. Good day.
123.7. Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816. Piarco Center, Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 is passing 900 climbing 6,000.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816, Piarco Center, QNH 1011. Radar contact continue.
keeps up in there at 1,000 feet.
If you feel any turbulence, don't worry, it's normal.
Is it though? Of course it is. I feel like you have these death machines right here in your face.
Doctor, we're in cruise. Okay for you?
Affirmative. Please fly as steady as possible. Deep, can you run some tests on the patient?
No abnormalities in the test results, Doctor.
We're okay here. You can fly as required.
Man, I was hoping for a
Captain, next
diversion.
job Diane is okay now. Please keep this cruising altitude.
Nice job. Question is, should we skip?
Is there anything I can do to make my friend more comfortable?
Just sit tight for now. We've got everything under control. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. I've never flown a plane before in my life. I see something here. So this is a 3 hours and 9/10. 3.9 hours. I don't know if this is working, but let's check it against. Bum, bum, bum. I don't think this actually has it anymore. Hobbs last time, hours. Nope, says 0. I think there's another one. It's this one doesn't work either. Just leave it in seconds. Nope, nothing. your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? Give me a squeeze. What? Let's go fuel boost off. Let's go. Whatever that is. Pitot heat should probably be on. Die because this doesn't work. You're gonna die. Heading working. Okay.
Jan, any previous medical conditions for Diane I should be aware of? I'm just checking to make sure the medical file is up to date. No, nothing I can remember.
Yeah,
good
doing
now.
Nothing.
It's already noted in the file. Thanks.
Change the heading bug here, and it's in heading mode. Follow the heading bug. And it's definitely broken in all 3 blades.
Pressure okay. Heart rate normal. Fine.
It's going to be a very long flight at normal speed unless we skip. So I'm somewhat inclined to skip. I have a feeling this is going to go poorly with the medical thing. Probably doesn't mix well with that. We'll give it a shot here anyway. Ooh.
We'll be landing soon.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination. Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 contact. San Juan Center on 135.7. Good day.
I want to cancel IFR.
Patient prepped for landing.
135.7 for Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816.
Has really weakened her.
Jan, please keep your seatbelt buckled.
San Juan Center, Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 is at 200 climbing 2000.
Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816. San Juan Center, QNH 1014, radar contact, continue. Summit Delta Sierra, Mike 9er 816 contact Chicago Center on 118.75. Good day.
I'll be right by your side, Diane. Don't worry.
Can't announce taxi to parking, but I can skip to shutdown.
Thanks for the ride, Captain. We all owe you big time.
Okay, we got our passive, 2 hours, 17 minutes, 1.64 million. We will enter that into our database. And we paid a little bit of insurance, no problem there. Nice. Let's see where we are here. Did we get all this copied over? Need to... What do I need to do? I think I need to unfilter this before I go pasting into here. I have a bunch of data entry to do after I get off here. So let's see what we have. So as you may or may not know, probably don't because nobody's on, I'm collecting a lot of data into a spreadsheet. I have all the planes and all the additions and a few of the marketplace planes noted. I'm just starting to collect all this empty weight, max zero fuel weight, max fuel, and maximum takeoff weight, and then computing from that potentially how, shoot, dang it, this is not I'm trying to move around like I'm in the cockpit of the plane. It's like this is how much fuel you could have at your max zero fuel weight. So you could, in fact, be at max zero fuel weight and hold this much fuel. On some planes that doesn't hold. For example, here, your max zero fuel weight is 136,000. Your max fuel ever is 45694, but if you're at your max zero fuel weight, then you can only hold that much fuel, so 500 pounds less. Some of these I think are a bug. Some of these you look at them and like these are like negative, which is bad. Your min and max payload are negative, because in fact, if you look at it, the empty weight is greater than the max zero fuel weight. So that's clearly a bug. But those are the numbers currently. And then this is your pounds per nautical mile of range. These range are often ridiculous, so you can't actually necessarily go this far, but that's how many pounds of fuel at max fuel it would take to go that far. So you'd be burning, like if you look at the Concorde, it's something ridiculous. Yeah, 54 pounds of fuel per nautical mile. So entering all that, and then this is all the career data. SU3 means it's new in Sim Update 3. And then blue means it's same as it was before. Yellow means something changed. So yes, I've gone through and captured all of this so far. What I wanted to do though is, let's let's look at the sim update 3 list. NA here means it's not actually available, but it was added in sim update 3, but you can't get it. Okay, so like we could look and see. So like this, I don't like flying this copter. It's not great. It's okay, but it doesn't fly nearly as well as the H125. So the longitude is fantastic. Love it. That one's for big charter missions. Costs the same as a CJ4. You've got the 152s in here, but only like flight seeing here or aerial advertising, oddly enough. Somehow there's an aerial advertising option. The Titan we just did. So we just did Medevac, Charter VIP, and Cargo Medium. So we got that one off. This one's only flight seeing. Talked about that one. 152 in aerial advertising. And the rest are all like first flight, ferry flight. And I don't love any of them. I do like the 185. It's kind of fun to fly. It's a tail dragger though, and I cannot land tail draggers to save my life. So yeah. And of course you got the the racers here, but they're all just like ferry flight planes. And the pits, which are ferry flight too. And yeah, I don't have all this data yet. I'll be getting it. Ceiling data, range, speed, everything. I think this will give me a pretty complete suite. I'm also working on, well, not this one. Those are videos, locations and videos. I was working on an equipment list. Let's unfilter this. Yeah, so like working on a filter list, equipment list. What gear they have, whether they have reverse thrust, spoilers, whether they can do ILS, RNAV, do they have weather, what avionics packages they have, does it have an FMS, CDI, glide slope, DME, ADFs, autopilots, GPSs, and transponders. So long way to go on that. It's a lot to collect. I add to the body of knowledge every once in a while. My goal is then I could say, okay, who has a Cap 140, right? And then I can go fly that plane. Or if I want to fly a GE3000, I can find those planes. Or do I want like steam gauges? I need to add a few more planes here, I think. Some things in the marketplace. These are either planes I personally own, and there's a few up here as well. I should probably move them down, but I either own them or they're available in career mode. So the ones that are available in career mode that I don't know how much they're worth, I just put a Y instead of a price value for the plane. And then the other thing I'm working on are all of the repair costs, but these have not been updated for Sim Update 3 yet. And it doesn't have all the new planes yet either. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing soon. And then what the equipment is, I have on a tab over here. So I was trying to get a screenshot of kind of each of the major different systems. And then there's the passive income report. This is the old one, so this is Sim Update 2 based. That's why it says Sim Update 2 passive report, Sim Update 2 repairs. These are definitely going to shift a little bit. I've got a preliminary one. I have some more data to enter right now, and then we have I have to fix some issues. I have to do some more entries that I don't have right now and get the repair cost for some things. But it's not looking super substantially different. I mean, a lot of the planes haven't changed, but there'll be a few shifts. One of the big shifts I know about is the let's see, I'm trying to remember what it was, the Chinook. So one of them was 14 million. Not that, it's cost. Yeah, so this one used to cost 38,920,000, and now it costs more like 14 million. And then the other one, that's the cargo one. I think I just saw that one. Aerial construction, yeah, 14 million. So this one now costs 14 million too. So if you bought one here before, you got ripped off because the price has dropped. But the red diamonds here are the actual expected earnings per hour per million spent on that plane. So like planes that don't cost $1 million, you might have to buy 2 or 3 or more of them. Planes that cost 99 million, you would multiply this raw number by 99 to get the actual earnings per hour. So, but you can see the Boeing 737 and cost per hour is very, very low earnings. It is not a good deal. The problem is you need hundreds of these to equal one of these, right? Probably 200 of these. But you're going to make a lot more at that point. Like a lot more. And then these are how much the actual aircraft costs. So you can see the more expensive aircraft here, except for this one, which is going to be even better now because the one that's over here will also be down here. It's kind of an oddball. Pretty expensive, moderate earnings, right? Not great, half the earnings of some of these. But like, do you want to own hundreds of them? And then you look at like, okay, the VisionJet G2 cost a little bit more, so it's maybe a little bit better deal. The G36 there might be a little bit better of a deal. This is kind of an outlier because it costs 1.8 million, but drops down. H125s, so on and so forth. The 208Bs are here, so not great earnings, but you'd buy few of them, buy quite a bit. So I'd buy these, you know, over the 737s. I haven't decided to invest. I definitely don't want hundreds of planes. So these low ones are not great. But I don't know, we'll see. And then just kind of what your certifications are. Yo. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for today.